Good evening and welcome to the BACKSPORTS Athletics People's Choice Awards. This is an event we've been thinking about for the last 5 years and we're hoping that someone would make this happen. But alas, we have decided that we would wait no more and do it ourselves. Not for us, but for the sport of athletics that we love so much. This one is by athletes, for athletes. We aim to build the sport of athletics and celebrate individuals and organizations that play a role in growing this sport. These individuals and organizations should not be forgotten or celebrated for what they have achieved in 2021. The first installment is virtual, but in the years to come, we hope to partner with sponsors who will support this and grow it into the most prestigious sporting awards in South Africa.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2021 Backtrack Athletics People's Choice Awards. My name is Reggie Peace, and I'll be hosting this event. But I'm not alone, of course. I'm joined by a former South African athlete himself. He's now the director of BACKSPORTS, Erwin Schmidt. Awesome to have you here. And of course, another director of BACKSPORTS and a four-time Olympian, Kurt Couteau. Gentlemen, awesome to be here with you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Rich. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
The first of its kind. Once again, here, BACKSPORTS comes and they set the bar again and again like they've always done. Erwin, why an Athletics People's Choice Awards?
I think when you stay setting the bar, that's a little bit of an overstatement. That's not necessarily what we're trying to do here. What we've done and what we've done in the past is create platforms that really support athletics, whether it's events, whether it's working with athletes themselves, or just how we break news, or just how we just get content to the people. So this is another form of content that we bring into the people with a little bit more credibility. What a year these past 2 years was with regards to COVID and how people had to adjust. We've seen major effort. There's a lot of time BACKSPORTS is really spent on the ground, working with the unions, working with athletes, working within these events over and over, and seeing it's a strain. And considering it being an Olympic year, there's no way that we cannot honor these efforts that's been put forth.
And you have the backing of the people. Kurt, 65,000 people came out and voted. What's your opinion on that?
Reggie, I was surprised. I will not lie. But the first thing that comes to my mind is soccer stadium and it's full. And that's just to give more or less a visual illustration to the people. That's how many people voted. And it's only the beginning. 65,000 on our first year is big, and I'm excited for the future of these awards.
Now, these past 2 years have hit athletes, administrators, coaches. It just took a toll on everyone. But the Olympics still went on eventually, even though it happened a year later. Talk about your role, though, during this COVID time, during this period.
Look, in terms of our role, it was actually a difficult one. We started off with, on the Backtrack end of it, with virtual athletics. It's just like trying to create opportunities for athletes to run, really not just sit at home. And we had the virtual athletics where we saw the people hit to the streets. And then followed by, when we were allowed to have events, we followed that up with the Newton Classic Shootout. The Classic Shootout obviously being one of the events that Backtrack owns and been hosted, which would be next year, the 10th year. That we literally said there's no way that this can't continue. And we try to create a qualifying opportunity for the guys to go to the Olympics. We didn't see a qualifier in that, and then later on in actually the official qualifier that we held in Durban low altitude, we saw Daniel Benyo come all the way from Kenya. He hit it on the let's say it on the head in terms of qualifying in a extremely winded condition. It wasn't optimal. And he managed to qualify in the 5,000 meter, and Precious Michelle falling around about 9 seconds short. So that's really what we've been trying to do. In terms of our content, how do we keep people excited? How do we keep people driven? The most exciting thing, looking at the stats, and we'll talk about more stats tonight as well, is in terms of the votes, is how many people actually bind it to social media and also to our website. There was millions on our social media looking for content prior and during the Olympics, and then it cooled down a bit to the post. And I believe that's really why we saw the turnout in terms of the voting. That people feel the same that we feel. We've got to honor the athletes. And Kurt would agree with this. This is an event that we're not going to pass away. We're going to have this every single year and grow it from strength to strength. And it's really an event for the people. Usually we just for the athletes, so it's for the athletes, but by the people.
By the people.
We just really consolidating and managing that process.
Kurt, when you and the team came together, that first meeting, do you still remember that first meeting when you discussed, okay, gentlemen, ladies, we want to honor our athletes? How did you feel in that moment?
Reg, it's just an opportunity to give the people recognition that they deserve, especially through the 2 years that we've been through. Lockdown, March, it's lockdown still, not decided if Olympics is going to go on. Later in March or towards the end of March, then Olympics cancelled, everything shifts, people can't train, then people can train, then all of a sudden Olympics is moved on to 1 more year, then Olympics does happen, events do start to take place. So honoring the athletes is something that we needed to do as Backtrack, and no better way for them to get recognition by the people voting for the athletes.
Well, gentlemen, I think it's time to give the recognition
Let's
to
get
the
to the awards.
athletes.
Let's get
And
to
yes,
the point
let's
what
jump
we're here for.
into
What do you think,
the
Kurt?
reason why we are here, and helping us handing out these awards is also a multiple South African sprinting ace, Alyssa Conley. Alyssa Conley is, of course, a multiple South African and African 100 and 200 meter sprinting sensation. But now you can see her in front of the camera working for BACKSPORTS, actually.
Yeah.
Hopefully soon you'll see her on national television.
Absolutely.
Alyssa, it's so amazing that you'll be presenting this award. But how's the journey been in terms of in front of the camera so far?
Thanks for having me, Reggie, and thanks for the introduction. I mean, it's been absolutely amazing, to be able to transition from being on the track and then all of a sudden in front of the camera. I think it's been an amazing opportunity, and I think, it's just something for me to explore and, upskill myself and see where life goes further. Like you said, hopefully soon on national television. So I'm very excited for the opportunity.
Take it away.
Thank you, Reggie. And welcome. Our first category for the Backtrack People's Choice Sports Awards 2021 is Made It Happen of the Year. The panel was looking for the athletes that went above and beyond during a very, very trying time. And we had nominees from a powerhouse duo of Nolene Conrad and Ilana Meyer to an exciting 4x100 meter junior men's relay team. And the rest of the nominees for this Made It Happen category are
Akani Simbini, Ilana Meyer and Nolene Conrad, Heather Stein, Newton Classic Qualifier, SA Under 20 Juniors 4x100 meter relay.
and the APCA for the 2021 People's Choice Awards in the category Made It Happen goes to the one and only Sprint King, Akani Simbini.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our first award, the man that made it happen, Akani Simbine. Gentlemen, Akani Simbine, probably one of the most consistent athletes these past 10 years. I can't be exaggerating when I say that.
Mr. Consistency, I would say. But in terms of Made It Happen, and if you have a look at the category, just to explain it a little bit if I can.
Yep.
This was really looking at, the most toughest conditions to go and really perform at? Who are the guys that either created continuously opportunity, and who are the guys that really perform? That's why you have the 4x100 meter team, world record.
That was the tough one.
Sinisipho
They
Dombile,
win.
Benjamin Richardson in that. You've got Akani Simbine, African record, 4th at Olympics in a really tight one. You've got Gerda Steyn. She broke the SA marathon record. Ilana Maria and Nolene Conrad. They had that middle distance races almost every single week, and you saw the people flying out continuously for that. And then the Newton Classic qualifier that really tried to give an opportunity for people to qualify. And that's an expensive event to have as well. I think it was a couple of 100,000 that it really cost to host that event. So that is awesome that Akani pulled through, and the people, they saw it and they felt. 28% of the people, that is the amount of the votes that went to Akani Simbine for winning. And closely second, contested, is your favorite, the 4x100 meter
Yeah,
team.
that was the one. I thought that one was going to win. I mean, these junior boys went to Kenya. I mean, after they was also supposed to have World Juniors the previous year. And then they went and they surprised South Africa, and they surprised the world by having the world junior record in the 4x1. And they were closely second with 26%. You can see how close it actually was. And that just says how the voting was actually. It wasn't just one-sided. It was the people came and the people made a choice. Akani won, but it was closely contested.
It is, of course, the Backtrack Athletics People's Choice Awards.
That's what it's about. It's what the people say, not what we can help get the guys nominated in terms of the panel that is independent, non-influenceable, and also completely anonymous, and it will remain like that. Next year I think we will add a couple of categories. But I think, in terms of that, congratulations, Akani. That's actually a massive one to take.
It is. He deserves it. It was quite a race, 9.84. It was about time the African record, and now South African record also went down, and he was knocking on the door. So congratulations, Akani.
Yeah, for making it happen.
Yeah, but without further ado, presenting the next award is Mr. Kurt Couteau himself.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is Akani Simbine. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that voted for me for this award. Thank you for seeing the value in what I do. I really love running, and thank you for voting for me and letting me win this award. Big ups, and next year we do it again. Thank you.
This category goes to all the unions that really did their best in these 2 years of COVID. They try to put athletics events together. They try to host it. They made the most with what they could, and especially in this Olympic year of 2021, they could get some athletes to qualify for the Olympic Games. The outstanding unions are
Athletics Central Northwest, Athletics Gauteng North, Central Gauteng Athletics, KwaZulu-Natal Athletics.
And the APCA goes to Athletics Gauteng North.
Union of the Year, Athletics Gauteng North. But Alyssa, I see Central Gauteng is coming in the second spot with that 33%. What's your thoughts though? I mean, they won with a big margin, 46%.
I mean, I am Central Gauteng. I'm born and bred in Gauteng, so I do back my union. But I think, it's something that other unions can aspire to. Clearly, we see that Gauteng North has put in the effort and put in the work, especially during this past 2 years, to keep their athletes training, to develop their athletes, to motivate their athletes. And I think the investment from Gauteng North is clearly significantly bigger than our other unions. And I think, I'm hoping that the other unions just take this as inspiration. What are they doing right? Okay, let's go back to the drawing board, let's learn, and let's also back our athletes so that we can close that margin. And next year at the next APCA Awards, Backtrack Awards, we can see, a closer margin over there. And I'm backing CGA. They're going to come back with a bang.
Yeah, but you are from Athletics Gauteng North.
No,
What?
no, I was from CGA, but I'm very non-biased, or however you want to put it. But it was a close race. 46% of the vote out of the people that voted, it goes to AGN. CGI, I know, was in the lead actually for a while. Just glancing at the statistics, the second and 33%. AGN, or what's it? Sorry, not AGN, ACNW. Wow, what a year they've had as well. I know they've used Squared Sports as well to live stream this stuff, really create events. That union's done a lot too. And you can see it in the unions that's live streamed the events. They really came up on top in terms of the votes. KZN, Precious Mashele, they had the Newton Classic qualifier that they held there. And then twice Precious Mashele attempted, and then finally later night Precious Mashele qualified there. If it wasn't for them working with CJ, working with ASA, that wouldn't have happened, and clearly you can see them nominated for that. Western Province Athletics merely missed out on the nominations, but it's hopefully, like Alyssa said, that's motivation for the guys for next year.
But I must say, it's deserving provinces who's out there.
Oh, absolutely.
I wanted to ask the question, what are they doing that sets them apart from the rest of the provinces? You mentioned some of it now.
I think it's in terms of the amount of people that's been sent to nationals as well, especially in the junior level. How visible your province are and what you're doing. Remember, what did COVID do? It took away spectators. First, it took away the sport completely and the opportunity to participate. Secondly, the spectators. And the unions that really said, how can I keep my spectator happy? Those are the unions that really pushed forward. I think in terms of members or numbers of runners that went to national, especially juniors, AGN sent the biggest team. So you can really see that pushing through for them in the votes as well. CGA, very balanced union. I like working with them as well. They focused more on getting their events exposed during each and every event. It was live stream, we were involved there as well. Similar approach to what the Northwest guys did. And then, like I said, KZN is just all about the opportunities. But there you can see the differences between all of them. But I think well-deserved. AGN, congratulations on that.
Definitely.
And we'll see a video here shortly of Hendrik Moganetsi accepting the award.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. My name is Hendrik Moganetsi. I'm extremely honored as a president of Athletics Gauteng North to be accepting such an important award, voted as a province of the year for the Athletics People's Choice Awards 2021. AGN showed great resilience and support to athletes despite the challenges brought forward by COVID-19. It gives me so much joy that our efforts are recognized. I want to say thank you all those who made this possible, the board, the staff, the volunteers, coaches, athletes, our affiliated club, and lastly to those who voted for us. You are all the reasons we are the winners. Most importantly, let this award be a seal of what we can achieve together in the future. Thank you once again.
And the four-time Olympian Kurt Couture will be presenting another award right now.
And the next award will go to Athletics Club of the Year. Now, with this award, we need to understand that the clubs needed to navigate between hosting events for elite athletes as well as bring in the upcoming athletes. So it was a lot to manage during this COVID 2020 year. They had to say no to some athletes in training in their in their sports facilities due to COVID, as well as accommodate runners not only from South Africa, but also from across the world. And our nominees are
Boxer Athletics Club, Murray and Roberts, Nedbank Running Club, Tuks Athletics,
and the APCA goes to Tuks Sport Athletics Club.
Duck Sports Athletics Club. Come on, guys. They've since I've checked them out like 5 years ago or so, they came out guns blazing, ready to come and dominate the athletic scene in not just the province, but in South Africa as well. Let's talk about some of the stars you've seen risen out of that school.
I mean, Reggie, I always look at them and I ask them, what water do they drink down in Pretoria? Because it's just in another level. And, you know, I look at their physique, athletic physiques, and the amount of work they put in, and I always wondered what's the secret. I don't think it's something recent. I think it's been coming from years ago in athletics world in South Africa, where Tuks have just risen to the top. And, you know, they show extreme diligence in the sport. You know, they're always producing Olympians. They're producing junior world champions. They're producing youth Olympians. And I think it's just the hard work from the club as a whole. And I think it's something that I've always looked up to. I mean, if we look at athletes like, you know, Wenda Nel, Akani Simbini, runs for Tuks Sports. Those are just two
Not
of
anymore.
Not anymore. Those are just two of the, you know, the athletes that we look at that has been produced from the club. And yeah, I think it's something it's the water. I'm telling you, it's the water, right?
Is it the water, or let's talk about the environment though. I mean, that environment, who can't thrive in an environment like that?
Look at the clubs that's been nominated, all right? So we had Boxer Athletics Club, Nedbank, Murray and Roberts, and then Tuks. What is the common theme across all of them? It's not in terms of the sponsor. It's in terms of their elite groups.
Yeah.
Look at the elite athletes coming out of the group. And still yet, again, in these conditions, they were seen. Almost I think each and every one of these clubs had Olympians. I'm not sure about Murray and Roberts, but Murray and Roberts got the Kayla Kavanagh, if I pronounce that right.
Yes.
She's a superstar on the road in the making. So I'm looking forward to that. And that, again, I'm saying the elite. I've noticed Marion Roberts for the first time actually looking at Kayla running. Who's she running for? Connie Simbine for Tuks. Gift Leotlela for Tuks. Clarence Munya for Tuks. Right? Then you got Gerda Steyn, Nedbank. Erwet van Zyl, Nedbank. Boxer, Glenrose Klaba. Precious Mashele. Stephen Makoka. So the big guys, how they really managed through their groups. And I think this really, how those groups performed really, and how they supported those groups and continuously really made the nominations, and then secondly, the award.
Well, I must say, congratulations once again, but we will now move on to awarding the next award. Well, presenting the next award.
I think Melissa's doing this one.
I am.
Yeah.
Right.
Of Tuks Athletics, it's my honor and privilege to accept the Backtrack Best Athletics Club of the Year award. Thank you to all the coaches and athletes of Tuks Athletics. Without your hard work and without your motivation and dedication, this award would not have been possible. Thank you also to all our loyal fans out there who casted their votes for us. And thank you very, very much to Backtrack for this amazing initiative. Thank you very much.
And presenting the next award, the APCA event of the year, is Alyssa Conley.
we've seen many exciting athletics events, both on track and on road throughout the year. From the Puma School of Speed, where we saw our youngsters dominating on track. PBs fell, records fell, and we go on to the Cape Town Marathon, where we've seen amazing races. I think these companies and events has kept athletics exciting for the year and has kept our sport alive. And we believe that it's only going to grow from here. So the nominees for Event of the Year are
Puma School of Speed, Sanlam Cape Town Marathon, Spark Grand Prix Series, Epsom Run Your City Series,
and the APCA for 2021 goes to the one and only Puma School of Speed.
The Puma School of Speed does it best. I mean, for me, when you step onto that track, the vibe alone, it just gives you goosebumps. Why do you
what a
think?
vibrant
Yeah.
event. Good. You've been there the first time this year.
I was impressed. I was really, really blown away by the talent that South Africa has got. And the way Puma did the event was really, really well done and so special.
Yeah, well deserved winner. I've seen what it's like on all of these events. There's a lot of effort goes into it, but I think what stood out is that the kids could come out in a very professional and vibrant fashion and really engage with the brand, and they had a bunch of activities happening. I think some of the guys that were singing there as well, they had performers.
Yeah, there was guys performing. That was something quite cool, quite nice to see. There was a performer there. On all of them, I think.
Yeah, on each and every one of them, they had superstar performers. They took the stage, which is actually the track. Yeah, the kids love that. Again, very colorful, well organized, and it's for the youth. So they got 48% of the vote. Closely in second, I'm saying closely in second, but 20% of the voters, Absa Run Your City series with the Cape Town Marathon close on their heels on 18%, and then the Spa Run Your City, the Spa Ladies series on 13%.
Correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen. They take sport, I mean, the events companies, they take sport and entertainment, and then they give us sportainment. Is that what it is, basically?
I think that's a little slogan that we need to go with the classic shootout.
Yeah.
Bringing sportainment.
That's it. Look, yes, they definitely do. Puma definitely does. But I'm going to put a challenge to the Absa Run Your series. So I think there's a power play here, especially with the youth, in terms of the voting. So I want to say that those guys, the older generation that does the road running, they must get voting next year, because definitely it will come up again, and let's see if they can catch up to the Puma School of
More
Speed.
than voting, they should get up and run.
You're also right about
Then
that.
they'll vote as
You're
well.
also right
We'll
about
open
that.
the voting stations a bit earlier.
But you know, the children are on their fingers, and they are clicking away and they are voting. So it's a challenge for the people that did the Absa Run Your series to actually also engage and vote more.
Well, there you have it. Kurt Couteau said it. Engage some more with us. But for now, let's move on to the next award.
Puma School of Speed 2021, we did it. Thank you for all the support. We really appreciate it.
Thank you to Puma and all our support sponsors, the principals, the teachers, the kids, the parents, and especially the athletes. You are responsible for this success.
Thank you for everyone that voted for us. It's incredible. The 2021 Best Athletics Event of the Year. It's incredible. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to Puma. Thank you very much. Puma, 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 Puma.
Kurt, lovely to have you here seated next to me, but presenting the Junior Athlete of the Year award, Erwin Schmidt.
Thanks, Reggie. The Junior Men's Athlete of the Year nominations was a tough one. You needed a world-class medal or a world juniors medal in Kenya to make this nomination. We've seen the best of the 400 meters battle it out, we've seen the best of the sprinters battle it out, and we even got a pole vaulter in the mix. Herewith, your nominees.
Benjamin Richardson, Kyle Rademacher, Matthijs Nortje, Sinesipho Dambile,
And the APCA for the Junior Men's Athlete of the Year goes to none other than the pole vaulter, Kyle Rademacher.
The pole vaulter, Kyle Rademacher, takes this one. What does it say for pole vaulting in South Africa?
Look, Reggie, this is actually really, really good. So I'll just give a brief background. It was really, really tough to make this category. Alyssa, I mean, you know Lythe.
Yeah.
He was really in the running, but to make this category, you needed a world-class medal. And that's what we have. And for pole vault in South Africa, this is really, really good.
That's exceptional. I think for pole vault, we haven't had a presence in the pole vault event for South Africa for a very long time. You know, the last time I can remember when I was a junior athlete, we had great pole vaulters, but it just died from there. And having Kyle Rademacher come through and win a medal at the Under-20 World Championships and just bring pole vault back to life in South Africa, that is amazing. And I think it speaks to the future that we're going to see in pole vaulting for South Africa. And I mean, Kyle Rademacher, you know, 2024 Olympics, it's exciting. I think the future is very exciting. And like Kurt said, we had a pool of very, very talented athletes when it comes to the junior men. And that too is exciting for the future of track and field for the men. I mean, all four of the nominees medaled at the Kenyan World Under-20 Championships. And that is spectacular. I think, you know, in terms of their performances, personal best, records, medals, that is what we want to see in South African athletics. And it's just so exciting what the future holds.
Does the fact that he is the national record holder in the Under-21 section as well as the youth, or Under-18, did that play a role in this decision or not really?
Not really, you know, just pure grit, determination, the fact that he's a world junior champion got him to where he is. I mean, you look at Benjamin Richardson, Dambile, Matt Nortje, they were medalists. They were part of the relay team that won gold and broke the world record, but Carl just stood up head and shoulders above them. I mean, it was very close between second and third, but Carl came out on top.
I wanted to mention that 24%, 29%, I mean, that's 5%. And I heard from a friend earlier about the fact that Nortje was actually a silver medal winner at the World Under-20 Championships, and Rademacher was a bronze medal winner, but it shows it's the People's Choice Awards. So people had to come out and vote.
That's right.
Actually.
100%.
You know? But either way, national champions, world medalists, and here we are. Let's move on. I want to get to know some more winners. Let's move on to presenting some more awards.
Hello everyone. So, first of all, I want to start off by saying thank you for everyone that nominated me for this award. It really does mean a lot to me. And then I just want to say Thank you for each and every one of you, my friends, family, just supporters, everyone that has my back, voting me for this award. It really does mean a lot to me, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys.
Our next category is for the People's Choice Influencer of the Year. This is a category that's really very broad. It's about the people that's not necessarily competing anymore, but that really has a presence within the community. They push athletics through social media, events presence, and even on TV within various shows or commentary. The following nominees have really stood out in 2020 as well as 2021, and they are
Musibodi Whitehead, Thabo Molete, Themba Madima, Manfred Sedler,
and the app goes to Themba Madima.
And Themba Madima walks away with that, Efka. But for me, if I look at social media in South African athletics, there's one guy that almost the whole of South Africa knows and who's influencing the scene, and it's Themba Madima.
Look, Reggie, you're 100% right. I'm just going to say yes. One for BACKSPORTS, one for Backtrack.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
Themba, yes, Themba. Look, it's like you said, involved in the community. He is for the people, and the people have spoken. And then I'm actually going to push this on to Alyssa, because I feel, Alyssa, this is more your field. This is where you are playing, you know?
Yeah.
You are an influencer yourself, so take us away.
I mean, I wouldn't call me influencer, but thank you, Kurt. I think, especially during 2020 and 2021, we had to keep the people connected. We had to keep them engaged in track and field. Obviously, we know COVID happened. We know the whole story and the whole saga. And, we never had events happening. We never had events televised. There was very little media when it comes to television and written. And I think everybody went and moved onto social media. And that's where Themba really kept athletics and track and field alive, both track and field and road running. He was for the people, as we say, and he kept the engagement going. He's done over 130, 160 back chats with various athletes of various caliber, and I think that he's definitely kept that engagement high, and he's kept us linked to knowing what's happening on the track and field. I mean, if it wasn't for Themba, I wouldn't know what's happening all over the world in athletics, and I think that plays a major role, because anybody all over the world can see what Backtrack is doing, and Themba is the powerhouse behind that.
But the other gentlemen who were nominated, on the other hand, they played key roles on the other side, again, in athletics. Talk about that. A guy like Thabo Molete, who walked away with 28% of the votes, and Manfred Seidler, Musibidi Whitehead coming in fourth there.
Yeah, so Reggie, speaking of those guys, like you say, we transitioned in that COVID era to social media. So majority of the votes go to Themba because of that. And then you have Manfred in third place, and he's not so many events, He's a brilliant commentator, good storyteller, but the events were then limited.
Yeah.
And then you have Thabo, if I'm correct. You can see Thabo steps up because all of a sudden you have the Puma School of Speed Series, you have the school athletics that has come back, but then you have 41% of the votes that go to Themba, because that's where the platform is. That's where the youth is. That's the future. And Themba shows by the amount of votes he got. And 41% is really clean sweep. And then once again, I'll say yes to Backtrack. Yes.
Yes, Timba Madima, clean sweep, 41%. Congratulations, man. But let's move on and present some more awards.
Hey guys, Timba here. First and foremost, thanks to each and every single person who voted for me. Being nominated for me was a big deal. To win is extraordinary. Thanks to the nominees, you guys do such amazing work. I like to follow what you guys do. I learn from you as well. And let's keep building the sport of athletics. Thanks and take care. Cheers.
Reggie, I'm feeling the heat and pressure of these awards. I'm trying to keep up. This next category for the APCA 2021s is really close to my heart. Junior Woman of the Year. It is so exciting to see the upcoming talent for the Junior Woman of the Year. All these nominees were at the Kenya Under-20 World Championships, and all of them have done exceptionally well. And the nominees are
De Klerk, Precious Molepo, Tane Ruiz, Bere Reinstorff,
and the APCA goes to Precious Molepo.
Precious Molepo. Gentlemen,
The youngster.
apparently this young lady is not even a junior yet, but she comes and she sweeps us off our feet, or the people for that matter.
Yeah, well, 16 years old. She plays fifth at Worlds, and that's World Juniors. So being a 15 or a 16-year-old
Youth.
on that level, youth, and
She's
actually
youth, man.
making the final is already a far task to us, but performing to a fifth position, that's
Yeah.
massive.
I'm amazed. Look, I competed, I wasn't 15. My first World Juniors, I was 16, and she's 15. That's amazing, man. To place fifth as youth, or I don't even know, probably sub-youth category, that's amazing.
Yeah, but let's talk about the time. You being that specialist or that one lap specialist, 53.59 at that age.
Look, Reg, I don't know if you remember, Erwin, we were watching, either it was the school series or the Puma, and I said, she runs so matured.
It was the Super Schools.
It was the Twiza.
Yeah, there was a
Yes.
regional qualifier at Ramsar.
Yes.
I remember you saying that. He's
I
like,
was
look at that
blown
shape.
away.
Yeah, she's got a very smooth run.
Very, very smooth running. And
Kind
for
of want to compare her. Sorry, but I kind
Alison.
of want to compare it to Alison Felix.
Alison.
I almost said
Alison.
Alyssa Connolly, but
Allison.
Alison Felix.
Allison. You know, smooth, you know, elegant. She's got that petite frame, you know, slim physique, and she just floats around the track. She hits all her marks, Reg, and it's effortless. And for a 15-year-old to run 53 seconds is amazing.
So it's a fact the future of South African sprinting is in good hands.
Yeah, it definitely is. But let's talk a little bit about the other guys as well. So Monet de Klerk is actually the world champion.
Yeah.
She won the shot put, and then
Yeah.
I think second in the discus. So it might be the other way around. Yeah, off my head, it's like. But yeah, she got 33% of the votes. Precious 37%. Then Danae came in with 19, and Marais, that's also nominated for the seniors award, got 11%. The pole vaulter with the African record, she won seniors as well. So that's a very strong field to really stand out and gain that votes. And looking at the votes and having a look at where they come from too, if I can just touch a little bit on that, is this is not just one region, Pretoria, voting, or this is South Africa, how far does 65,000 votes stretch?
Yeah.
So this is everyone in the athletics community is saying, okay, listen, across all these categories, for this one, which one stands out the most? Who did they engage with? And I believe really that this is a very good way to measure it, and Precious being a example of that.
That is amazing. Definitely a personality in the making. That said, moving now on to the Personality of the Year award.
Hi everyone, I'm so thankful for the opportunity of being nominated, and thank you to everyone who voted for me. Most importantly, I would like to thank our Heavenly Father for always helping me throughout this journey. A big thanks to my coach, Coach George Bradley. I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for his everyday drive. A special thanks to my beautiful family and supporters for always cheering me on. I hope I can inspire younger athletes out there. Thank you.
The next category for the APCA 2021 awards sees the most prestigious athletes battling it out for Personality of the Year. These athletes have had amazing performances over the year with amazing celebrations, and the nominees are
Sean Maswangani, Gerda Steyn, Dominic Scott, Akani Simbini,
and the APCA for Personality of the Year 2021 goes to Gerda Steyn.
Gerda Steyn, outwitting Akani Simbine.
After those nominees.
Eh?
No.
You can see Kurt's got a beautiful smile on his
I'm
face.
flabbergasted. I'm flabbergasted. I'm really.
Yeah, that was a very strong category.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sean Maswangani, he's got 7,000 followers on just his YouTube channel. A social media, I would say probably one of the best that we have in South Africa. He's got an American following as well. You know, he puts something out and there's immediately a little bit of a viral spaz to it. Akani Simbine, Blue Ribbon event, 100 meters. He's got a sweet social media again. You've seen him on podcasts. You see him in the media a lot. Dominic Scott, she works very hard on her brand and her brand identity as well. And then Gerda Steyn. But think of Gerda Steyn. Always smiling, always thankful, always engaging. Look at her social media as well.
Strong social media.
Yeah, nothing can get her down. People like that.
Yeah.
None of these have anything different.
And her performance, and then I also guess her performance at the Olympic Games was good. I think she might have the South African
record
for the marathon.
For the marathon,
yeah. She
So she is there. She is.
No, she's way up there.
She's
15th,
way
I
up
think,
there.
at Olympics. I might even be wrong. I need to check that back. Don't quote me, but.
But I just want to find out, does this say that South Africa is ready for a new queen of the road?
We are ready for a lot of things, man. We're ready for 10 guys, 10 ladies competing for that little section. But yeah, when you say it like that, it sounds great, doesn't it?
Yeah. At the moment, she is the queen of the road in South Africa. I mean, she's competed on the world stage as well, and she does it fearless. That's what I love about Gerda. Looking at the Cape Town Marathon, she was leading the international field from the word go. So much deserved an award here for
Yeah, she takes
Gerda
about
Steyn.
39% of the vote. That's a very strong one. Akani Simbine, short on her heels, the quick guy. 37% of the vote. That's close.
Yeah.
That's close. If you think about the amount of votes that's casted.
That is close.
That is close. Sean Maswangani with 15% and Dominic Scott with 10. So it's a strong category, but again, you see who's standing out. You can immediately see the difference from, let's say, the fourth place to the first. You can go and have a look at the social media. I think that's what most people do.
Well, there you have it. Gerda Steyn takes that one. Coming up next, the Coach of the Year.
Hi there, this is Gerda Steyn. I just want to thank everyone who voted for me for Athlete Personality of the Year for 2021. Thanks a lot, I appreciate your support, and thanks to Backtrack Sports for the awards. See you all on the road.
Thanks, Reggie. The next category is the APCA Coach of the Year. This category we've seen a school coach, school specialist coach, we've seen a sprint coach, all of them, or multiples of them, delivering Olympic athletes, or athletes that qualified for the Olympics. We've seen a coach that literally supported his athlete to the very end to get that Olympic qualification in the distance running. With that said, this is your nominees.
Hendrik Ramala, Henny Kriel, JJ Smith, Pierre Bluffman, Berna Quincy.
And the APCA for Coach of the Year goes to the school specialist coach, JJ Smith.
School specialist JJ Smith walks away with this award. Alyssa, before we go into JJ himself, talk about the importance of coaching.
I mean, Reggie, a lot of the time we think of athletics as an individual sport. So we only see the athlete. We never always see the team behind the athlete. And I think the coach plays a pinnacle role in the success of an athlete. If I just look at my career, having the correct coach to get you to that highest point, being Olympics, is so important. Having a coach who understands the needs that your body as an individual athlete needs is so important. So a coach, could be more important than the athlete in the end of the day, because as good as your coach is, that is how good the athlete's going to be.
Good talk about Coach JJ Smith. This guy is a legend.
Reggie is a legend, and he deserves this award. We have the two Speed King coaches of South Africa in 5th and 4th. Then we have JJ that also blew the field away. He won this award by 38%. And Coach JJ, he really nurtures these athletes, these school athletes. He brings them up. And then he's one coach that I really like, because he knows that his phase is that foundation and developmental phase, and then he's happy to let it go to the elite coaches. And Coach JJ for me is one of those coaches that is doing amazing things in South Africa. And speaking of Coach JJ, I must also mention that he's recovering from a condition. I don't know if you know, Alyssa. He had a heart problem and he's currently recovering. And we will hear a recording from him accepting this award. But once again, congratulations to Coach JJ. Rich?
If I may, you're from the side, but don't forget about Pierre Bluffman. You forgot to mention that that's a throw coach that just got a bronze.
Yeah, you're right. Carl's dad, if I'm not mistaken. And he got Carl into the Olympic final, and Carl got 6th in that Olympic final. So also congratulations to him. 17%, 17 or 18%. So congratulations to him.
And just remember that Kyle is still very young.
21
so I
years
think
of
a
age,
great
yes.
future ahead of him. So I think that duo and that partnership is really, really good. And let's also just remember that, you know, these are the athletes voting on this platform. So it just shows recognition and appreciation from the athletes for their coaches, which is amazing to see in our sport.
There you have it, Coach JJ. Thank you so much for what you've done, for all of the athletes that's worked with you. Congratulations once again, and we hope you get well. Now moving on to the next award.
Thank you very much for nominating me as the best coach of the year. I'm very proud to get the honor. I hope we can make it proud from Miller Park High School, our athletes, our coaches, and the whole team working together. From the smallest till the biggest. We can't survive without you. One team, one dream.
Appreciate it. Thanks. This is the top award that we have in our awards evening, or in this ceremony. It's for the Senior Men's Athlete of the Year, People's Choice, of course. This is a very tough one. If you have a look at the nominees, you've got an Olympic fourth African record. You've got a guy that's literally blitzed onto the scene in terms of his times, ran a 994, won the USA Championships, also semi-finalists, multiple semi-finalists. You've got a guy that's taken on the powerhouses in the world and performed. He placed. And last but not least, the multiple event sprinter that's taken America by storm, hit semi-final after semi-final in the Olympics. So with that said, here's your nominees.
Akani Simbini, Gift Yotlela, Kau Bluffno, Sean Maswangat.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the APCA for Senior Men's Athlete of the Year goes to the Sprint King African record holder, Akani Simbine.
There you have it.
Again, good. Here we go.
Sambina, what do you have to say this time, good? Why are you quiet? Quiet celebration. Eh?
Look, I can't, I'm not biased here, but the people voted. I believe with this award, consistency is key.
100%.
Akani's been consistent for many years. Sub 10 is in his subconscious. But nothing away from Patuchezu Masangwani, Carl Blugnoot, sixth place in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And Gift, I mean, this was close.
It was very close.
This was close. I mean, you have a field majority of sprinters, you know, the ego babies, like I like to call you guys, Alyssa. So what would be your take on this award?
I mean, it's good again to speak about the pool and the caliber of athletes that we have in South Africa. You know, it's great to sit here and look at these guys and be like, that was close. You know, this could have been anyone's award. But again, we speak about the consistency of Akani Simbini. I think he has been an ambassador for track and field for a long time, a couple of years now, for the past 4 years since the previous Olympic Games. And I think that he's basically motivated, inspired, and refueled track and field. You know, because this is 100 meter sprint that we're talking about. Someone from Africa, so close to the podium. That has never happened before. And I believe that that has definitely motivated our youngsters, and it's going to happen very soon. And like we said, we mentioned the 21-year-old Kyle Blichnout. That guy is a powerhouse, someone to watch out for. He's going to also light up the world and represent South Africa so well. So I think Akani heading up such a great caliber, I mean, it's only going to be better for us, and it's only going to take athletics to the next level.
I really love the image that I saw at where they won the relay medal, and just seeing Akani leading these group of young champions, a leader indeed as well, so a huge congratulations to Akani Simbine. But we are moving on to the final award of the evening.
Hey guys, this is Akani Simbine. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody that voted for me for this award. Thank you for seeing the value in what I do. I really love running, and thank you for voting for me and letting me win this award. Big ups, and yeah, next year we do it again. Thank you.
It is my pleasure and honor to present the final award of the Backtrack 2021 People's Choice Awards. And this award is so prestigious because it's the Senior Woman of the Year. In this award, we have 2 Olympians, 1 Paralympian, and 1 amazing under-20 gold medalist at the World Champs. And the nominees for this award is
Wenda Nell, Dominic Scott, Mire Reinstorm, and Renee Veyers.
And the APCA Award for Senior Woman 2021 goes to Wenda Nell.
Wenda Nell. Guys, this is another legend though. I mean, she's served her time. She's served athletics well over the past 10, 15 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, for a very long time.
Look,
well deserved.
Since the previous Olympics.
Yeah, I trained for long with Wenda, and I'm glad Wenda won. So another yes, Reg.
Yes.
This one is not saying yes, a loud yes. And she blew them away, Reg. 50%.
50%, I wanted to say the same thing now.
That's our only majority vote, if you think about it. You can't beat the 50%, you can tie. It's almost 51 probably, but
yeah.
So that's great. Dominic Scott in second. Dominic being base, it's got effort to be, it's called technically correct. But she's based in America. So she's not here mingling with the athletes all the time in the face of the public, but she's still noticed. So the hard work that she's putting into her brand and into her social media, been nominated already for 2 categories, and especially the personality one. There you got your.
Exactly.
She's done a lot of hard work to be seen and still noted in South Africa. Very polite person too, but she's on 22%. Under Renee Veyers, I thought was going to do a little bit better.
Me too.
She's down at third, but third is not bad as well. It's not bad. It's great. It's great given the amount of people that could have been on this nominees. But she's at 13%, and then Mireille, unlucky to get fourth in the juniors. Another fourth for her again, but she's won senior nationals, and the panel that nominated decided.
And she's now there. And I mean, like you say, the third place, the only Paralympian in all the categories. I think it's well deserved. She did well. She got double gold, right? Double gold at Paralympics. So I actually thought she was going to win this category, but then congratulations to Wenda. You know, the people
Yeah, I
voted.
wanted to
Super
say
congrats.
with Wenda, I mean, we must also look at Wenda's journey, coming back from injury,
Oh, yeah.
thinking about all of that, and coming in and taking this award at the right time, perhaps.
Yes, and it's like Erwin said, you know, so Wenda ran a lot of the qualifying events over here, and then I was actually at Potch when she actually hit one of the qualifying events, and like Erwin said, in Potch, the guys in Potch, Squared Sports, were filming it, the people were watching, so she might have had an upper hand, and the people spoke.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there you have it, the winner of the Ladies Female Athlete of the Year at the 2021 Backtrack People's Choice Awards. Erwin?
Hi, Backtrack family. Wow, thank you so much for this award. I truly appreciate all the votes and the support during the year. What an interesting and challenging one it was, but also filled with lots of fun. Please continue to support track and field. Together we are such an amazing community. Enjoy your journey and support one another along the way. And thank you, Backtrack, for what you are doing for the sport as well. Stay awesome, guys.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of proceedings here at the 2021 Backtrack Athletics People's Choice Awards. Ladies and gentlemen, final words?
Look, I'm just glad by the turnout of the votes. Thank you for the voting. 65,000 is a large number. Like I said in the beginning, I have that picture of a full stadium. And we'll be glad to bring this to the people again next year.
Definitely, Kurt. I think 65,000 is a number to celebrate for Backtrack, and you know, I think it's a very prestigious moment to celebrate the athletes, but in turn, you know, celebrate the platform as well. And I think it's also very good to see the amount of junior athletes coming through in these awards, and just to see the future for track and field in our country. And I think next year we're going to go bigger and better, and I think we're going to blow up, and it's going to be an amazing year. So thank you to everyone for all their support and for always backing us as Backtrack.
Yeah, cool. You're absolutely right. Next year is going to be bigger and better. We've got a lot of ideas. We put this together in a mere, let's call it 2-3 weeks. It's been quite exciting. A lot of great moments. And I look forward to hosting it next year. Hopefully we get the sponsors tied down. Even a better seated gala evening, that's what we're hoping for. Some awards, some rewards. I know there's a trophy this year. Just up it from here to here, and that's what we're about. So this is going nowhere. It's coming back to you guys next year. Bigger, better, greater. By athletes, for athletes. And this one's from the people.
Kurt Couture, Alyssa Conley, Erwin Schmidt, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out and for voting. My name is Reggie Peace, and it was amazing to be here with you.